Hello, my dears. This is Resilient Lives. We have once again made it through the week, and that is good news. We just seem like finished with Thankful Wednesday. And now here we are on Thursday, which means that I know certainly you are planning for the weekend. And hopefully it's all good. It's all good things. To have hope for the weekend, to have a plan, is great. We have been looking at Women's History Month, just talking a little bit about women's history. The big news happens is that it's helpful to look back in history so we'll know how to go ahead. And that's the wonderful news of looking at history. And it's amazing because sometimes you can see some examples of women dealing with challenges, and they can be instrumental in how we deal with challenges. I'll give you an example. I was reading a book, which is nothing new since I like to read. But I was reading this book and I was just thinking, oh, I am so tired. And I'm tired of being tired. I doubt that a lot of people experience that. But as I was reading, this book was talking about a couple of people who had challenges, health challenges. And I didn't recognize the names, but I said, well, I should probably look them up so that when I run across their names again, I'll know who they are. And one of the persons was Flannery O'Connor. And I thought, well, what did she have? What was her problem? And Flannery O'Connor was a woman who had lupus, and she was frequently fatigued and tired. And what she did to pace out her day and to manage her time. And I thought, isn't that something? I can do that. So it was in looking at her challenge that encouraged me. And she became a famous fiction writer. And lots of books that she's written and devotionals and things, but I had never heard of her. But it was like she was giving me some inspiration. And she's not the only one. You know, we have Maya Angelou. She had challenges. She wrote about I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. And she definitely dealt with challenges. But I will always remember her being on the pulse of the moment. I'm not sure if that's exactly the exact title, but it was a beautiful poem that she did at an inauguration. And so we see that as we look back in history, we see that the women had challenges, and they were able to summon up their genius from their sacred spots and do and be someone. And so that is the same thing that's available to us right now. And so I would just like to encourage you and me to keep on doing what we do, because we too are dealing with challenges. We have this pandemic that's getting better in some areas and some areas not. We have divisiveness. We have a whole lot going on. But we have discovered how to navigate these challenges in the world. We have seen how it's been handled before, and we have been in this pandemic for just about a year, and we got it. We know how to handle challenges. So I would encourage you to, as the weekend comes, to be still and rest and relax and restore yourself, because there's that sacred part in all of us that we have gifts. And I could go on and on and on about all of the different ones, and I'm sure we'll be able to talk about some later. One that was really, I thought it was funny because it was Katherine Johnson, I think. In the movie, it was talking about how she became a mathematician. And, she used to count steps. And I still count steps. But as a youth, I count how many steps do you have in your house? How many steps? I mean, she just loved counting. And who would have thought that she would one day, because of her love for mathematics, but, just counting her ways, counting along, would be the person that would save Apollo. And so it just looks like at the time we're not recognizing the gifts, but we all have a piece of the wisdom to share. Remember that. And so as we get ready to go into this weekend, I just want you to know that you're loved. I'm sending you a virtual hug. And want you to know that someone cares for you. We are hanging in there together, because together is healing. And just a little reminder, as we get ready to go into this weekend, Saturday is International Women's Day. Just a heads up, because it happens every year. I think it happens on the first of the first Saturday in March, and they have a different theme. And the theme this year deals with challenges. Challenges, we want to make sure that we're focusing on gender equality. We want to focus on, now what is the theme? I had it, but I'm not sure what it is. But, the theme is choose to challenge. Isn't that something? Choose to challenge. We want equality. We're looking at biases and all these things, but we know that silence that has been in the past, silence is not working for us now. And so silence is not acceptable. We have to stand up and work with the challenge. Choose the challenge. We're choosing equality. We're choosing support. And so think about that. I don't know if that's something that you plan to do, participate in this weekend, but we always want to be aware of what's going on around us. And so I will end with that little nugget, and I certainly hope, I do, that you will have a great weekend. I certainly hope that you will renew yourself And we will be back again after the weekend. Thinking of you. Be blessed. Bye-bye.